Good morning, I'm live in Huntington Beach, California, and this is your Namaste Today. Good morning, my friend, and Namaste, and welcome to Namaste Today in the Zodiac weather. My name is Witecki. I am the sensei to Sirius joy, here to stand in my heart and walk in the light each day. It is a pleasure to start another week with you. I'm love casting live in 5 dimensions on this beautiful garden setting in Gaia on Monday, April 27, 2015. And today it's a spiritual day in Taurus because step 7, I sense, rules the day. Now, the 7th state of awareness is the psychic state of awareness, and today we're in an earth sign, Taurus. So what we're investigating is the reality we want to create. But on a step 7 day, this is the day really to ask your gut all those important questions, because we want to check with spirit and make sure that what we're about to manifest is in alignment with what we truly want. I'm going to talk about what it takes to get to the truth today, and I'm going to also give you some tips on how to log into yourself. But before we do, let's first tame our brain for this psychic awareness with the phrase of today. Today I feel my spirit, so let spirit guide me on earth. Today I feel my spirit, so let spirit guide me on earth. Now, I used to play a game when I was coming to my psychic awareness, which is I would drive around the neighborhood and let myself turn wherever it is I thought spirit wanted to take me. And I was always surprised that I was taken somewhere kind of incredible. This is sort of what you do in this sort of day. You want to be listening to that little voice inside of you, listening to that little nag tug, listening to that quiet whisper, listening to that sign. You know, you hear it in a song, you see it on a sign, you know, you see the signs in your life. Listen to those today. And when you find one or you discover one, follow that path. See where it takes you. Let spirit be your guide on earth today. Sometimes we need the obvious pointed out to us. Sometimes it's right under our nose. Sometimes it's literally right there. But until we took a moment to disconnect and listen to spirit and see if it was pointing to anything, we never find out. And so obvious clues go right under our nose. So one more time. And good and in kind is what I was trying to say. Today I feel my spirit. Let spirit guide me on earth. And so it is. I thought so. Now the serious step of the day is step 7. Step 7 is I sense, which is also Neptune, which is also Pisces. This is the 7th state of awareness where we are kind of connected to our intangible self. And so this is where we store our subconscious memories, this is where we store our past life memories, and this is where we store our early childhood experiences. So a lot bubbles up in the 7th state of awareness, or when step 7 rules the day. Step 7 is usually a very cloudy day, and a lot of times people need to sleep more or find themselves sleeping in because you're connecting to that step 7 subconscious energy, trying to see what bubbles up. Now, step 7 is strategic 3 times in a transit in all 3 dimensions. We're in the first dimension now of step 7, which is I sense in the sense of what are we picking up on? So with your reality today and what you're manifesting in your reality, you want to just kind of pick up on, listen to little voices, little things that you may not normally listen to. Don't pay attention to the obvious. Don't pay attention to the bills. It's really about the unseen, the unspoken. And if you can, meditate and listen to your psychic senses to see what it is your spirit's trying to tell you. In the 2nd dimension, we use step 7 before we make our decision. Step 17 adds 2 and 8. And so again, we check in right before we jump. And then finally, in the 3rd dimension, step 27 is when we align our passion, emotion with our psychic ability. And that's when we really give it to God, step 9. That's when the spirit works through us, is step 27. So powerful up and down. So let's look at the chakras and the colors involved with step 7. Well, for starters, it's important to note that we're in Taurus, I manifest, and that is the 2nd chakra, which is orange. And you know, orange is a color that will bring in manifestation. I always paint my workshops orange. I wear a lot of orange, you know, when it comes to when I want to manifest or create. And it's funny that construction in the United States is orange, right? But today we're opening up our psychic senses, which is the crown, step 7. And so this is literally, I think, why we bow our heads, because we look to our heart and we open our crown. And you can even imagine your crown opening, kind of like a little portal opening, and white light coming through the crown. In fact, today would be a great day to bring white light all the way from the crown, all the way through to the second chakra, and breathe out. You might want to do that 3 times in the front and 3 times in the back. That keeps you from bringing any unwanted emotional baggage to your manifestation and clouding your crown or what you're trying to see with old stuff. Because if we've ignored the old stuff, that comes up right away. So let's look at the timing of today in the vibrations with the cosmic clock. And here we are with the cosmic clock. Well, the sun is now at step 7. Step 7 is I sense, and in the sun of Taurus, I sense what I manifest. So today we are sensing what we manifest, but other parts of our awareness are further ahead. For instance, Mercury is at step 24 today. Now, step 24 is our thoughts are where we feel and innovate our ability to create. 6, it adds to a 6. So our thought is looking to innovate, you could say, our resources, like who's going to pay for this, how do we get this thing funded. That's what a step 24 sort of thing is. But that step 24 mind is also just as ready to spend the money that we bring in to manifest the project. So our mind is on where the resources are coming in and what we will spend them on. And Mars, which is our ego and our aggressive nature, is at step 19. Now, step 19 is a grandmaster step of Taurus, so that means that our actions and our ego are going towards literally what we want to manifest. Meanwhile, of course, we are at step 7, sensing, is this right, is this not right? Now, our emotions, the moon, is in Leo for most of the day. That means our emotions are feeling what we love. Jupiter has retrograded back to step 13, which means we're going to have some sort of a breakthrough in what we believe our heart desires. So be looking out for some sort of changes on your wish list. Today you might be feeling some of those changes as you start to sense where you want to go or where not to go. So you definitely want to listen to your heart as you're sensing things out today. And then finally, Venus herself is at step 18, Gemini. Step 18 is where we are deciding and acting on something. And so because it's in Gemini, we're likely deciding and acting on some information as we move forward. So we might be getting some information. We might be thinking we have enough information now to act on. And so we're moving ahead with the information we have, says Her Majesty Venus. Now, looking at the Tower of Truth, the sun today is at step 7, like I said, and you can see how our mind and our egos are ahead. We'll be at step 7 for most of the day. In fact, it won't move till 8 through the night when we're sleeping. So really, it's going to be a cloudy day. It's going to be a bit detached day. And I think our minds are way ahead on step 24, and our minds are way ahead on manifesting the future. So it's totally okay. You got a hall pass from me to be spaced out or spend your day meditating or connecting to yourself instead of getting a lot of things done. In fact, I don't think you have to get a lot of things done until step 8 and step 9. So definitely take this time to log into yourself and make sure that that mind is aiming for the right place. And that right place is not just where you intend to manifest, but a place that where you manifest you can receive from. You're going to get paid. Not a long-term investment, but a more immediate now investment. So let's move on to today's Joy Quest, shall we, and kind of boil this down for you. Your Joy Quest, should you choose to accept it, is do what is in your highest good. That is ultimately what to manifest. So if you have any doubts, or if you're not really good at meditating or listening to your spirit or noticing the obvious signs on the radio and seeing the shape form in your, in your Rice Krispie treat, you know what I mean? Like, if you can't interpret out a life like that, well, you know what? It's a very simple equation. Do what is in your highest good. Now, your highest good really comes down to 2 qualities. One is what will make your heart the happiest. So if it won't make your heart the happiest, it's not in your highest good. Nothing in your highest good is a bummer. It might be a slight bummer, but it leads to ultimate joy. So there might be a speed bump in your highest good, but it's always leading to some sort of amazing promised land. The other thing about highest good is it has to do with something your soul desires to experience. And that's where some people are sometimes in denial. It's like your soul kind of wanted to see what was around that corner, didn't you? You kind of were curious about what that would be like, weren't you? And that's the psychic sense. And that's what we're kind of picking up on today. So today, do what is in your highest good. do what your heart desires, and do what you know your soul signed up for, and be honest with yourself about both, if you can. So if you're watched over today in my personal Sensei network, I'm going to text you 3 times to help you get into your heart and point to the highest good. First of all, 909, what is your immediate highest good according to your solar and your natal astrology? So just giving you the obvious of what you're working on and the highest good right now from what my astrology eyes can tell you. Then at 11:11 a.m., I'm going to talk about what your heart hoped to experience in this lifetime. I picked that up from your natal chart and looking about the placement of the sun. So what did you hope to experience? And then at 3:03 p.m., helping you on the spiritual quest, what did your soul sign up for when it comes to this lifetime's experience? So we have some clues in astrology to tell what our soul actually signed up for. You could call it karma, but it's not as heavy as that. But I will text you at 3:03 p.m. to tell you about it. Now I have great news. If you would like to join my personal Sensei service and have this part of the show opened up for you every day, it's just $19.95 a month. Come on down to SiriusJoy.me and you'll be signed up and online within 36 hours. You'll see more details in a video that describes the service at SiriusJoy.me. And so now let's move on to today's telepathy. I love this part. Everyone's having fun with this. Try to close your eyes if you really want to do this. Listen to your heart, open up your crown chakra, and see if you can picture what I'm sending to you. From my telepathy to yours, today our theme is Taurus geniuses. So I am picturing one of these Taurus geniuses. Which of these Taurus geniuses am I picturing? Is it number 1, playwright William Shakespeare? Number 2, Taurus painter Salvador Dali? Or number 3, scholar Taurus Sigmund Freud? Which one of these Taurus geniuses am I picturing? I'll have the answer for you right after this. Are you wondering why you can't get her attention? Tired of dating your mother? Have you ever wondered why you're always cheating? How come girls always call you their friend? How do you get her to say yes? Introducing Secrets of Birthday, the Love and Lust Report. You send us your date of birth. We cut together a special video all around you. You'll see the patterns in your love life right away. So if you're interested in knowing all the little sexy secrets about you, come on down to secretsofbirthdays.com. And welcome back to Namaste Today. So for the answer to today's telepathy, from my temple to yours, I was beaming to you a famous Taurus genius. Was it number 1, William Shakespeare, number 2, artist Salvador Dali, or number 3, the famous psychiatrist Sigmund Freud? And the answer, Salvador Dali. Why? Well, because I'm an artist myself, and I've always thought that the imagery of Mr. Dali was incredibly unique and probably inspired by drugs, but still you see it ripped off from everything from The Simpsons to my show, so I give a tribute. And Sigmund Freud I definitely respect as a Taurus, understanding human nature to a degree. Too bad he didn't know astrology right. And of course William Shakespeare, well, if the man did exist, I'm totally honored that he was a Taurus. So moving on to today's rock and roll gospel, we're looking at Taurus singers, musicians who have built incredible value with their work, because that's what Tauruses do, they build value. And this particular singer, I thought, has brought a lot of value to the idea of human love. And I'm speaking to Adele. I am so proud to know that Adele is a Taurus. And by the way, a step 15 Taurus. I always say step 15 is an artist. And so when you're a step 15 in Taurus, you're an artist manifester, and boy is this woman a manifester. I'm going to pick a song today that's going to put you into a deep mood, maybe set you up for a little psychic intuition, and that is Someone Like You. Oh man, this song hits me so deep. I know my fellow sisters, Taurus brothers and sisters out there, know this song hits really deep. Oh, it hits so well. So put this on if you can't get into a psychic state and listen to this woman's deep resonance about love and how it is to love someone, right? But before you go sing it with Adele, let's take a look at the moods of each of your brothers and sisters today, and a special included soul vitamin. We have the sun in Taurus, and we're picking up on what we sense today, but your soul vitamin of the day is what the North Node is pointing to for each of the 12 signs. And the North Node is pretty much God's advice on what you should do. So if you don't pick up anything in your meditation today, well, the North Node might point you on your way. Let's first start in the order of the Sirius steps to joy with step 0, the secret step, the Scorpios. Scorpios, partly cloudy but professional today, so emotions are with career and planning the future. But the North Node says it is now time to act on your actual faith. So don't question, act on your faith, Scorpio. Step 1, the Leos, rather pensive today and also feeling fabulous at the same time. So partly cloudy but cool. And that North Node in Libra is telling the Leos, not time to second question, but act on your thoughts and act on your previous decisions. So move those decisions forward, Your Majesty. Step 2's the Cancers, sunny and productive today. But the North Node in Libra is saying act on what's on your best emotional interest. So what's in your best emotional interest is what you should do, says Spirit. Step 3, the Sagittarius is cloudy but passionate today, driven for their life purpose. You are to act on what will be best for you socially right now. So where you socially belong is what Sagittarius' advice is. Step 4, the Aquarius is partly cloudy and sentimental for partnerships today. But the Libra node is saying, hey, you should act on what you truly believe right now. So act on what you believe. Step 5, the Geminis, partly cloudy but chatty, connecting to people today, I do believe. The universe is saying with that North Node in Libra, act on what your heart wants, not necessarily what you think, right? Step 6, the Libras, the honors, your honor, as I say in my network. You are sunny, partly sunny and social today, but with the North Node in your sign, the universe is saying it's now time to act on your strength and particularly act on the decisions you've already made. So pick that low-hanging fruit, Your Honor. Step 7, the Pisces, partly cloudy and hyper-aware of their reality. But with the North Node in Libra, the universe is saying time to act on what trust you do have in yourself. So if you trust it, go ahead and do it, says the universe. Step 8, the Capricorns, partly cloudy, reserved, maybe private today. But the good news you will love is the universe says go ahead and act on that those career action items that you know you can take. So take those items. I know you're going to love that. Step 9, the Aries, sunny, partly sunny and childlike today, depending on the condition of their heart. But it is now time to act on that marriage and all the marriage vows you've made to yourself. So every promise you've made, put it into action, says Spirit. Step 10's the birthday Tauruses. Partly cloudy, nesting and resting today for the bulls in the bullpen. But the universe is saying time to act on the health and lifestyle decisions you already made. So put those lifestyle decisions into motion, Taurus. And then finally, the step 11's, the Virgos. Partly cloudy and spiritual today, but the universe is saying it's now time to act on your self-confidence and go ahead and go for the raise or go for the abundance. Whatever that money thing is, go for it, says the universe right now. All right, moving on to our Lightwalker Parade. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, please be kind and do subscribe. We thank you ahead of time. Helps us with our relationship. And on Facebook, you can follow us by going to soulgarden.me. And if you'd like to purchase a reading right now, which is buy 1 hour, get a 30-minute free follow-up, you can go to soulmart.me. And hey, if you want to join the Personal Sensei Network, it's just $19.95 to subscribe. We'll have you on in 36 hours, and it is at seriousjoy.me. All these URLs. Well, folks, I hope you have a fabulous Monday, that you log into your higher self and you receive everything you're looking for. Remember, I love you, and stick today to the highest good. I'll see you tomorrow, and live, love, be. This is just so ironic. So